Ladies and gentlemen, how are you? It's good to be back for your Friday night on Nights with Ping. Uh, I am feeling a lot better today. You can see I can actually talk this time. Yesterday was very scary. It was scary. I don't know if anyone picked up on it, but I could barely like read out a sentence, and it felt like I couldn't catch my breath while speaking, which is a weird thing to experience. I don't know what I walked through at that construction site yesterday, but it really affected my breathing all night. I was all right once I went to sleep and woke up again. It seemed to clear up, and it's better today. But yeah, at least we can do a proper show today. Good to see you all. Lynn D, retired RN, Cakesboo, Marjorie, Maria's here, Rachel, Mama Mia, Texas Roadrunner's here, Nana Lana, who else? Marilyn Landis. Hey, Marilyn Landis. Carla is here. What happened? Trish Trish split. Oh, she left? Okay. Hey Angela or Gayla, good to see you. Maureen. Hey Maureen, good to have you here. Rachel, Shad, good to have all of you, all the peoples. All the peoples. Okay, let me get set up and I'll get the camera on for you. By the way, I want to show you this one. This is not a true crime story, but I thought I'd show you because it's one of those weird things that, weird ways people die apparently. Check this out. I feel very sad. You should be able to go to work and come home. Like that, I've said it a million times on this channel. I hate when people die at work. But they're saying here a worker was crushed to death by a 22-ton wind turbine blade. Um Apparently his name was Jess Patience, 36, died when the huge wind turbine fell on him. There's a photo of him and his wife there. That's crazy. Look, I think they had a photo. There it is. One of these blades that you see on one of those renewable energy type things. No, that's not it. What happened? There we go. It's not, yeah, there we go. Um, one of these fell and crushed him. I mean, you have to look at like where's the negligence in that? Where's the safety precautions? Where's the backup redundancy system of something like anything? It's really horrible, really horrible. I feel so sorry for their family. This happened down here, so let's have a look. They opened a GoFundMe for the family. Let me just have a look what's going on with that. GoFundMe. Here, they say in memory of Jess Patience. If it'll load, there we go. There's a photo of him and his wife. They've raised $100,000 so far. Their original target was only 15,000. I hope that goes towards easing, you know, his widow and whatever else she's got to do in the next near future. I really do. That's not something we ever want to hear about. Someone going to work and they're not coming home to their family. So really horrible. Hey, Shirl, how are you, my friend? It is so good to see you. I worried about you when you went missing for like 6 months. I was like, what happened to that lady? She was so nice. It is horrible. I agree, but it's not true crime. So let's do some true crime. By the way, we missed a story last night. In my panic about not being able to breathe, I just didn't do the title story. So we will do that tonight. But there's this one. Human remains found in southern Indiana, close to where woman went missing. They do believe this may be her, and she went missing in September. She is 40-year-old Amanda Martin, and she was missing from Frog Pond Road since September 13. And they're saying Indiana State Police, or ISP, were called to a wooded area close to where she went missing from. Police say the human remains were recovered and are being sent off for forensic examination. The examination will be to determine a possible cause of death and the identification of who those remains belong to. Their timeline is about 6 to 8 weeks, so it's going to be after Christmas. Definitely after Christmas. It's going to be 2025 by the time we find out if this is her or not. That is a long wait for her family. and an awful wait through the holiday season, Thanksgiving, all those types of family events, and they're gonna have to wait that long to find out if it actually is her. I am guessing the police hopefully would have been able to say, if you know what she was last wearing, we may be able to tentatively tell you if we think, 90% it's her. Hopefully that's what's happened and they don't have to spend their holidays wondering if it's her or if it's not. Let me play this little news clip. It's only 30 seconds long.
Human remains were found in Scott County, Indiana, and police believe it could belong to a missing Scottsburg woman. Amanda Martin has been missing since September. Scott County Sheriff's deputies and Indiana State Police detectives found the remains on a wooded property near where Martin was last seen. According to the Scott County Sheriff's Office, forensic experts are examining the remains to determine a positive identification and possible cause of death. Scott County Sheriff Jerry Gooden says that could take 6 to 8 weeks to complete. Police urge anyone with information on Martin's case to contact the Scott County Sheriff's Office, 812-752-5550.
All right, so there you go. There we go. Hopefully that'll come in quicker than what they say. Yeah, I would hope so, right? Because everything sort of shuts down over December to like New Year's. Even police departments, everything crawls to a halt. Everyone's on holidays, everyone's celebrating the festive season, and ain't no one doing no DNA testing. So I would hope that they can maybe rush that through for the family because they don't want to spend the entire holidays and bringing in 2025 wondering if that's their loved one or not. There's a photo of her, Amanda Martin. Uh, I hope. I don't. I was going to say I hope it's her, but I hope she's alive somewhere. But if it has to be that she is no longer living, then I hope it is her and her family doesn't have to wonder anymore because that's not what I want. I don't want them to be, sometimes some of these people where these cold cases have drifted on for decades, they're like, we figure that the person's probably dead, but it's the no confirmation that gets to you. It's the wondering over and over again, could they be in Canada living a new life? So I'd rather them have that confirmation as fast as possible if it has to be her. All right. Yeah, hopefully before Christmas. Hopefully. Hey Lisa, good to see you. Natasha, retired RN made it to, and April as well. Laura T, good to see you all. Good to see you all. Until New Year. Wow, yeah, I'm guessing everything just grinds to a halt, especially with anything that's got to do with red tape or bureaucracy. It just, hey, it just, yeah, slows down to nothing. Everyone's away, everyone's gone on holidays, people have put time in to go off. So hopefully they'll find out beforehand. I'm hoping that they know what she went missing in. If they know what she went missing in and the body still has clothing, then most of the time they can tell the family, look, we believe it's that person. We can't tell you for certain, but we believe. So I'm hoping maybe that's what's happened. Well, look, the statement here from the SCSO say, we are saddened by the discovery of remains yesterday, but we also realize the family can now possibly begin to heal. They said it's an active investigation, and I personally appreciate the help from our law enforcement partners. I would say they have given them that information that it's possible that it's most likely her. I mean, unless they've got some other missing woman from Frog Pond Road, it's most likely her. So he is right to say that they can allow a family to start healing. Let's see. Courier Journal also had a thing about it. They say officials are awaiting forensic results after remains were located in an area where a southern Indiana woman went missing in September. They say a Facebook post from Scott County Sheriff Jerry Gooden stated deputies and ISP detectives discovered human remains on Tuesday in a wooded property in the area where the 40-year-old Amanda Martin was last seen. They're saying a forensic examination has been scheduled, but the results are expected to take up to 2 months. Let me see if I can find that. All right, let me see if I can find that Scott County Sheriff Jerry Gooden. Yeah, yeah. He did like a little video. We could watch that. Here.
Hello, I wanted to come to you this evening, make a very, very brief statement and let you know that our officers, along with officers from several other agencies, located what is believed to be human remains off of or in the area of the Frog Pond Road where Amanda Martin was missing. Right now, we cannot make any type of positive identification. The remains were turned over to the coroner's office, obviously pending a autopsy or any type of anthropological examination that we can have done to determine a possible cause of death or any other further information, obviously, we can get from that. Again, obviously, I'm not going to say anything else. This is a ongoing investigation. The information is that we found some human remains. We're trying to get those positively identified. And at this time, there is nearly nothing else further to say besides the fact that please continue to gather information that you best you can about Amanda Martin. Make sure to continue to call that information into us. Hopefully that we will be able to make a positive identification here in the near future to determine exactly who it is that we have located. Thank you.
There we go. Heard from the man himself about it. He's not going to tell us anything more apparently, so we're just going to have to wait. But interesting that they're going to bring in a forensic anthropologist to determine, if there's been a murder or something like that. That's very interesting. I like when they try to bring in experts from the local university or the ME. He does look tired. Dude looked like he's been out there all night recovering her remains. He does look like a very busy guy. I can't say I know him. Like some sheriffs that we get to know from different crimes that, we see a lot of press conferences from. Grady Judd is one. There's a few others that we see quite frequently. Sheriff Gooden is not one I've ever come across before, actually. I've never come across anything from him in the past, so I can't tell you what he's like in person. But good result, some sort of a good result. They normally deal with human remains that have been in some sort, normally buried, normally located in the soil. That's what all remains that have been there for a period of time. That's what I normally see them activated for. Like there was one last year. There was a woman they believe was buried in a property in Florida. They needed a forensic anthropologist to come out to give them a plan to be able to excavate her. They can also tell like how things age and like if in this environment, what would it do, and does that look normal and things like that. So that's what their specialty is more for. Basically, yeah. So, what Indiana? What's the temperature in Indiana like over the last couple of months? Hold on, Indiana daily temp October. So they're saying here. Well, that doesn't help me. They're saying the daily temperature is somewhere from 12 degrees Fahrenheit to 70 degrees Fahrenheit and sometimes 59 degrees Fahrenheit. And I'm like, yeah, that's a wide range of temperatures for Indiana. Let's see. In October, I just wanted to see like what kind of humidity or so 30% chance of rain, mildly cool, slightly windy. Doesn't give me a typical humidity 72%. It's pretty high. It's pretty high. That may be why her decomp is pretty quick. I mean, what is it, like 8 weeks or something? Less than that, 7 weeks since she was missing. Actually, no, it's like the 14th today, right, for you? So it's like 2 months exactly. But that's not a huge amount of time for remains to be out there. There's been ones found in other places much drier, and they've found almost an entire person. So, if they're saying that she might have been under something, it could be covered. There's a few reasons they wanna bring an anthropologist into it. Interesting, interesting. We'll find out more, though I'm guessing when they get some sort of scientific guarantee that they know who this is and how they died, we will get another press conference for her. I hope so, 'cause I'd like to know. So yeah, there you go. She was located yesterday, right? Yep, yesterday at 10 o'clock. They put that out. Anything here? Election season is here. No, no, it's not. We're already done with that. Yeah, I don't care about that. I only care about the missing woman. So there we go. There's that one. By the way, has everyone been following the Chanel bank story out of California? Very strange. This is one we were supposed to do last night and then didn't end up doing it. But luckily enough, overnight, some more information came out. They say here on truecrimenews.com, Gossip Girl actress speaks out after going missing, says she's finally free. It was really odd. Her family reported her missing out of California. Then the police did 4 welfare checks for her. They finally tracked her down in Texas. They said everything's all good, she's fine, and she's an adult, she can do what she wants. But she was alive and okay. Then her family made a weird TikTok or something saying, "Oh, that's an imposter who stole her ID and that's not really her," and all this type of stuff. It was very odd. And now she's come out today speaking exclusively to True Crime News saying, "I'm fine. My family are a bunch of religious weirdos who were trying to keep me captive or something." She's saying that apparently they were trying to get a conservatorship on her. So that's very similar to what happened to Britney Spears, where your legal and medical decisions are made by somebody else. So I don't know if that's true, but yeah, she was last seen on October 30 and later reported missing to the LAPD. Her family said police conducted welfare checks at her apartment on November 7 and 8, but she was nowhere to be found. Banks's cousin made her way inside the home 2 days later on November 10th, discovered that Banks had left everything at home, including her dog. And they say here, law enforcement reportedly located her on November 13, but her family argues it isn't actually her. True Crime News spoke exclusively with Banks via FaceTime and viewed her driver's license as proof of her identity. Banks broke her silence in a written statement given to True Crime News about her decision to leave town and what motivated her to do so. They saying True Crime News has not corroborated Banks' claims but has contacted her family for comment. Banks describes herself as an American nobody, saying she has been silently carrying the pain of ritual abuse, manipulation, and outright endless torment. And she says, "I've endured continuously since I was a defenseless baby at the hands of my own so-called family, whom are all so very concerned about my current whereabouts." Banks says she has not spoken to the cousin, the one who's been making all the videos, in over 15 years, much less every day or every 48 hours. Banks confirmed she spoke with police and verified her identity. She traveled out of town to get baptized, but she saw the trip away as an opportunity to escape my cage. She shared, "God said, 'I'm going to give you some money,' and I was shocked when it appeared just like he said. Then he said, 'I want you to move.' So I made my exodus and took my freedom ride first class on Spirit Airlines to the promised land." Banks said she wants everyone suffering in silence to feel the same sense of freedom. She also said, "I want to come out so that people like me won't be ashamed anymore. I want justice. I'm asking God to help me get justice. I'm releasing a clarion call to those in high places who still have a soul and want to keep it in such a time as this. Reach out, help the cause, help me. I will never allow myself to be silenced ever again, least of all by my abusers. I don't know how to take any of that. I don't know if she really is being abused or she's suffering from a mental health breakdown. It's hard to know. They're saying here, yeah, that she said that she claimed her family would falsify official government documents, relaying lies concerning my mental health whenever she tried to leave. Banks alleged when I spoke up, they called me mad and mercilessly gang stalked me and obliterated my semblance of peace, a career, or connections I ever had. In this digital age, they were able to, for decades, without my knowledge or consent, to reach out to my colleagues, friends, and even neighbors to sabotage and effectively destroy not only my life's work, but any semblance of happiness or peace I could hold on to. She also claims her family took shifts to isolate her by gaslighting her, and that it was their life goal to destabilize and break her. Banks alleged she found out hours before she was supposed to depart for her baptism that her family and her husband's family were trying to pursue a conservatorship to silence her. Banks ended the letter saying, "There will be no more lies. Everything in the darkness must come to light. Thus says the Lord." They're saying they've tried to contact the family, and they said they denied the allegations that Banks has made, and they will continue to update the story. So, so 1 minute the family says it's not her and someone who stole her ID. Now they're saying that her allegations are not true. I don't know what to think here, but something's going on. I don't know what exactly. I don't know, but there seems to be very worrying wording going on. It is. It is very strange. I agree. Let me see if we can find something else. Like, can we find an explanation for it? Hold on. Chanel Banks. Yeah, full interview. Family of actress. Apparently, they spoke to KVUE yesterday. Let's see what they had to say. Let's see if we can load this. Come on. All right, this is the cousin, I think.
Ready? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Danielle Tori Singh. I am the younger cousin of Chanel. She's been missing for more than 2 weeks now. And at this point in time, we still don't know her whereabouts. LAPD and Missing Persons Division in the Los Angeles area have decided to go ahead and close the case. They are confident that they have seen her. However, that's not sufficient enough for us. So we are in the dark at this point in time. We aren't quite sure where to go from here. I'm not from LA. I'm not from America. I live in Canada. And I'm going to have to regroup and see where we go from here. But at this point in time, there are speculation. There is speculation that she has been found, and that is not true. We have to remember that there was a woman ID'd as Chanel Banks in the Texas area. And I did see body cam footage of when that connection took place between Texas PD officers and this woman.
So this family member seems to think that it's not her, but the website and the police were able to verify it is her by viewing the driver's license and the person they were speaking to. But that's not good enough for this woman? Maybe her letter has some truth to it, that someone has been abusing her. Well, she was an actress, and is that the correct word we use now? She was an actor. She was on Gossip Girl, which was a pretty big show. I think most people have heard of it. So she would have some money and some residuals that would come in through her acting. I don't know how much she would have got from residuals, but it was a pretty popular show, especially if she was on the first one. The second one, no good, but the first one was very big. Let me just check. Which one was she in? Chanel Bank. And she was on Blue Bloods, which is a show that's in syndication across the world. So, two very popular shows. Let me check here. Her Internet Movie Database page. What year was. Yeah, she was in the original Gossip Girl, but she was only in it for 3 episodes. She was in Blue Bloods for 1 episode, and she was in a movie called 12 in 2010. Doesn't look like she's acted since 2010. Why? I don't know. I don't know if she couldn't get more work or whatever, but she would have get some money and some residuals. I don't know how much it is, but if you're only in 3 episodes, probably not very much. It's probably like $1, but she may have kept a lot of her money from when she did acting. Yeah, running off to get baptized is an interesting thing. Why would you have to go to Texas to get baptized? I'm pretty sure they have churches in LA. I'm just guessing, but I'm sure they have whatever nationality or not nationality, but whatever religion you adhere to or observe, I'm sure they have it in LA. It's probably the one place you could probably find every religion under the sun because people in Hollywood are from pick a religion and there's probably some actor that is a part of it. So I'm sure you could find whatever you need. So very odd to run away to Texas, but sure. Bam Margera. Yeah. Well, he's had a weird life. Rachel says it all sounds suspicious to me. It does sound a little bit suspicious. I agree. I'm a little bit about it. Let's listen to what the cousin has to say.
And this woman was able to provide a New York City driver's license that had been expired for more than 10 years. I did get to see the body cam footage. I did get the body cam audio, and I can only go off of what I saw and what I've heard. And what I saw was a woman that did not look like my cousin. She was much skinnier, this woman in this body cam footage. She was wearing things that my cousin would not normally wear, and her voice was different. Her accent was different. My cousin has a New York accent. She's raised in New York, and what I can tell you is I'm not confident that that is her. I think somebody got her ID and is using it and pretending to be her. I don't know where she is, but I know we will find her. So at this point in time, LAPD and Missing Persons Unit of LA has gone ahead and closed the case.
You know, when someone who people are looking for brings up allegations of abuse, and then you have someone in front of a microphone who's very steadfast in locating that person, even though they're an adult, it always makes me a bit weird. Why do you give an F what they're doing? If they're over 18 or over 21 or whatever, who cares if they move to Africa? That's their choice as an adult, right? They're not lost. They're doing what they want to do. That's why the police are probably like, "Yeah, we're going to close this now. Thanks for contacting us, but we're just going to go ahead and, we found out she's alive. It's all good. Bye." Yeah, who cares? Rachel says, so I want to know when the last time this cousin saw her. According to the woman herself, she hasn't seen her in 15 years. I don't know if you can believe it, but that's what she's saying. So she's like, I don't know why this person is looking for me. Hey, it wouldn't be the first time I've heard of people abusing the missing person system to try and track someone. It's happened before. It'll probably happen again. Well, it's hard to know. Why do we automatically believe those people over the actual person? do you see what I mean? It's hard to know. Is their word the one that we should be listening to, or is it the police who closed the investigation? Which one? Because I don't know. I don't know either. It's hard to know. It's hard to know. So that's what I'm saying. Why do we automatically believe this person? I try to give the benefit of the doubt to the adult who is speaking on her own behalf, except if someone can show me proof that there's some sort of mental health issue. If they're like, oh, yeah, she's been dealing with it for like 15 years and here's her doctor who's dealt with her, like, that's different. But so far, I haven't seen a ton of proof except for her word. So let's listen to the rest of it.
My aunt, we have had zero connection or no contact with Chanel as of the last physical sighting was a FaceTime video call on October the 27th, and the last text messaging between her and her mom was October the 30th. Yes.
Of course, yes, I am really, really not in a good position until uh, even I don't even know if this is why she's helping me because I can't even speak right now. I just want to say that my daughter is alive and I'm not going to stop looking for her. That's all I can tell you.
Yes, hold on. So everything's gonna cut out. I haven't gone anywhere. It just kicks out the video, but when I come back, I'll fix it. Okay, 1 second. I'll give away some membership.
TMZ released the first article today saying that she was found alive. I have had zero contact with TMZ. They did not contact me. I have not done an interview with TMZ at all. Every last one of you have contacted me. I've spoken with every one of you and corroborated and answered every one of your questions. TMZ did not have any right to post that article, and they were the first to say that the case was closed. However, LAPD, or Missing Persons Divisions of LA, didn't even have the audacity to call her mom, knowing that we've been looking for her, scouring these streets since November the 9th. We arrived here in LA from New York, and I'm from Toronto, and so we had to learn that the case has been closed from a third party. This is wrong on many, many levels, especially for a family who is distraught over looking for my cousin and looking for her daughter. And this is the police work, I have to say, on behalf of the Texas Police Department, very lousy work to ID somebody who's missing in the state of California, who just happens to appear in Texas, and then provide a 10-year expired New York City driver's license. And they were okay with that is beyond me. When I spoke with the Corporal Dominguez of Texas Police Department, he said that they are positive that woman that they ID'd as her is her because she has long brown hair and blue eyes. If that is the standard for missing people because you see somebody who looks similar, then I have lost faith in any police department at all. The woman in the body cam footage is very tiny compared to my cousin. The woman in the body cam footage was at least 20, 30, 40, maybe pounds lighter. And I can say this because, as you can see on the missing persons flyer, my cousin's face is very full. It's a family feature all of us granddaughters have.
You know, strange person giving a press conference. People change, and people's looks can change very quickly, especially if they haven't eaten or drunk or whatever. And all these things that you bring up are they don't make any sense. And these little, like, oh, I don't believe the police because she didn't have enough characteristics that I like. I don't know, lady. You're not putting forth a very good argument for everyone to pick up and go find your cousin. I just something about the way she talks and the points that she wants to focus on don't make a lot of sense. And then the fact was that her mum, the older lady who spoke? Yeah, something I don't know what's going on here, but it doesn't feel right. Crazy family? It could be again, people move all the time. People go places wherever. People can have schizophrenia and move to friggin' Germany. Like, it happens. Like, you can't be like stopping the LAPD to go look for people that are adults. Like, it's a well-known thing that police won't do that unless there's a risk to the person. I don't think I saw a That's the thing. If she really did have mental health issues, they would have issued like a clear alert or something like that. The one where it's from people with mental health issues, they would have issued one if they thought it was a genuine claim. So I find that weird, unless they did and I didn't see it. But normally that's what they would do because they would say she has a health issue that's affecting her safety. Staff found alive up to here. Let me see a clear alert. I don't see anything like that. NBC LA says her husband says, I know she's alive and well. Confirms he believes she is safe, although she has not had contact with her since being found. All right, let's go to NBC LA and listen to their little update.
Tonight, new developments in a story making headlines about an actress from Playa Vista. Depending on who you ask, she's either missing or she's been found safe in Texas. Chanel Banks, who appeared in shows like Gossip Girl, hasn't been seen by her family since October 30th. But here's the deal. Law enforcement says they have seen her. Robert Kovacic in the newsroom with the latest and his interview just moments ago with her husband. Robert.
Colleen, a lot of people are trying to figure out what's going on here. Her husband tells me tonight his wife is safe and she is in her right mind. And though he doesn't like how she went about it, he says what's going on here is really quite simple. He says she left LA and didn't want her family to know. And though he's not worried, police in two different cities are apparently not worried. Her family is not buying it.
Is Chanel Banks missing or not? Tonight, her husband tells me his 36-year-old wife is alive and well.
I'm not concerned about her well-being. I think she's an adult. She's allowed to make her own decisions.
Carlos Jimenez says just look to her new post on Instagram.
Yes, I believe that's her. That sounds like her. It sounds like the way she would write, and it tracks with everything that she's told me over the course of our relationship.
Though he admits he hasn't spoken with her directly, fearing she is angry with him for contacting the police when she took off, he says he is much relieved by what he was told by the LAPD. And the LAPD confirms Banks has been found safe in San Antonio, and therefore the case is closed.
The police confirmed that she's all right. They saw her in person. They provided photos to me.
Carlos even sent us this photo he says law enforcement took of his wife when they located her in Texas. But relatives claim it's not her. They allege this is an imposter, showing police an expired license belonging to Banks from 10 years ago. The last time they heard from her was almost 2 weeks ago.
What I saw was a woman that did not look like my cousin.
What do you all think about the video and the person? So they're saying this is the proof. What do you guys think?
2 weeks ago.
What I saw was
Yeah, let me see if I can take a screenshot of that.
a woman that did not look like my cousin. She was much skinnier, this woman in this body cam footage. She was wearing things that my cousin would not normally wear, and her voice was different.
Carlos says he is also reassured in learning late tonight that True Crime News says they spoke exclusively with Banks via FaceTime and viewed her driver's license as proof of her identity.
And we do want to point out that True Crime News has not yet posted their FaceTime interview with Chanel Banks, and we have not seen any part of it. Neither at this hour has her husband.
Well, hopefully we all do soon. Here's that photo. I was able to take a grab of it. What do you guys... We got an echo? It's because the microphone wasn't turned off. Sorry. That's my fault. Yeah, it's the headphones. I know. It's okay. We stopped it now. Here's the photo. What do you guys think of the proof? You guys will have to let me know. Maria says, when people are found safe by police, the person has the right to decide whether details are provided. Okay, not details car. Okay. Not the same person, Kathy says. Gayla says, can't be 100% sure. Hard to tell because of angle. Well, hopefully they'll release that FaceTime that they apparently did with her to verify that it was her. What do you think the chances are that a girl who looks very similar to her but just slightly different would be the one who somehow got her ID? It is a little grainy. It is a little grainy. Yeah. Let me see if True Crime News actually put out that other video. Let me check. Oh, that's interesting. We'll talk about that in a minute. Doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like they've put out their proof of life video that they apparently did with her. So, no, they have not put that out as of yet. Not yet. All right, let me pull that down. Stranger things have happened. That is true. One has blue eyes and one has brown. Is it? Oh, it's hard to tell in that photo. She could have blue eyes. It's hard to tell. She could be really high and have really big pupils and we can't see. Or it could be dark and she has larger pupils than normal. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what convinced the other agencies so much. All right. We'll have to see. Jojo says if they weren't trying to lock her up, then I may be worried. However, I run and be looking tired as well. True. I just don't think it's her. So where is she then? If the person with the ID is not her, even though they're claiming to the news agencies that it is, where's the actual woman then? Did they abduct her? Is this some sort of grand scheme to live as her identity or something like that? The husband not speaking to her is a bit weird. Well, they may have a broken relationship. It could be why. Aw. You know, that happened to us when I lived in the old apartment. In the bedroom when we were moving, we moved a bed and there was a giant lizard, like one of those really big ones, like that big. And it was just, it wouldn't let us pick it up to take it outside. And I was like, if we grab it, it's going to drop its tail. And I don't want the cats getting it. And we ended up getting it up outside, but it was a pain in the butt. Away on her jollies? Could be. Go ask her husband. I'll try to get in touch with him. He probably thought you're a bird. He's like, oh my god, this bird's trying to eat me. And then it dropped its tail. Yeah, I will. I'll message him. I'll message him. Yeah, it is a bit weird. All right. All right. By the way, apparently there was an update with Ana Knezevich, that woman who went missing in Spain. They're saying her husband has been charged with murder. Murder? Man charged in killing. Yeah. Finally. I think we all knew it was him. I don't think any of us were under any impression that it was not him. I think we all knew since the moment she went missing, the only person who could have done it was her husband. You know, and I'm the last person to be like, "Oh my god, it's the husband," but this time definitely was. Let me grab that for you.
Wife was last seen 9 months ago, is now facing murder charge in this case. David Knezevich was arrested back in May and at first only charged with her kidnapping.
NBC6's Marissa Bagg is in downtown Miami with what led to the new charge. Marissa?
Well, Jackie, this new federal murder charge could carry with it the possibility of the death penalty if, in fact, David Knezevich was found guilty in his wife's murder. But his attorneys are adamant he is innocent. 9 months after Ana Maria Knezevich disappeared in Spain, federal agents indicted her husband for murder in Miami. 36-year-old David Knezevich is accused of kidnapping and now killing his wife of 13 years. Ana Maria's family had this to say about the new federal charge.
This brings us no joy. It's a George is a step in the right direction for justice for my sister.
Ana Maria was last seen in Madrid in February. Her whereabouts remain a mystery. According to court documents, FBI investigators say her husband David resembles a man who spray painted security cameras outside of her apartment in Madrid the day she disappeared. The FBI arrested David when he flew back to Miami in May after spending a few months in his home country, Serbia. In federal court today, his defense attorneys questioned the evidence in the murder indictment filed against him.
There's no evidence then, and there's no evidence now that David kidnapped her, murdered her.
Defense attorney Jane Weintraub went on to speculate as to how Ana Maria went missing, which clearly upsets her family.
Sorry, who was that woman? Was that his mom or his lawyer? Hold on, I just want to go back. Jane Weintraub, Knezevich's victim. What? Knezevich's what? Victim. Hold on, let me see what that says again. I have to pause my mic. Hold.
Him.
There's no evidence.
A court today, his FBI arrested David when he flew back to Miami in May after spending a few months in his home country, Serbia. In federal court today, his defense attorneys questioned.
Okay, his defense attorney. Well, she's full of crap, and there is no one else. Like there's so much evidence that he's about the only person who could have done it. She told friends she kept her location secret in Spain. She didn't tell anybody where she was for fear of being hurt, and she had gone to Spain at the end of her relationship. Basically, their relationship between each other, their marriage had broken down to the point where they were getting divorced. She had gone to Spain to get some reprieve and some rest and rejuvenation away from him. Somehow he made it to Spain too, and then suddenly his ex-wife goes missing, and he's like, "Oh, it wasn't me. I totally didn't do that, but just hold on. I'm not going to look for her and I'm going to go to Serbia. I'm going to leave the country, not to America. I'm going to go to Serbia, you know, because that doesn't look suspicious at all." Yeah, there's some good evidence here. How short is she? Like, she does look about 5'1". She is a short lady. That is true. The real question is, where is Anna? Where is she? She's been missing almost 10 months now, and no one seems to have any idea of where in Spain he has put her. They've searched for her. The Spanish police have looked for her. They've checked, mobile phones, tracking, that type of thing. Haven't been able to find anything uh, that might give them some clues as to where he has allegedly put her. That's very interesting, Jojo. You might be right about that woman. You might be right. Well, good news. I'm happy that there's finally some charges in Anna's case, but I still want to know, where is she? Hold on. Is that your dog trying to eat the lizard that you just sent me? Yeah, so he previously had been charged with kidnapping his wife, but not with her death. He's now been a grand jury indictment filed Wednesday charges David with kidnapping resulting in death, foreign domestic violence resulting in death, and foreign murder of a United States national. So he'll have to answer for those charges. And there's a photo of Anna. I hope they can find her, because he's put her somewhere. And yeah, the whole a very mysterious guy came on a motorbike and spray painted the CCTV cameras in her apartment building. Something like a movie, something like from Hollywood. People don't really do that. I was watching a thing the other night where burglars broke into a woman's home and they just used a crowbar to smash the camera. Like, they're not going to sit there with a thing of spray paint and spray paint them all and, be very Tom Cruise about it. Not really. I hope they find her. I really do. I really want them to bring her home. Hold on. Let's see if there's any searches currently for Anna. Where's her full name here? Ana Maria Knezevich. When was the last time they did a massive search for her? Oh, okay. So August 22nd, they did another search for her. They say police are searching for the body of a missing Florida wife who vanished in Madrid during a bitter divorce the day her estranged husband was filmed buying duct tape. They say Ana, originally from Colombia, was declared missing in February of this year after she failed to meet a friend to travel from Madrid to Barcelona for a conference. The 4-year-old was last seen walking into her apartment, where her husband of 13 years, David, then showed up and left with a suitcase later that night. She has not been seen since. Well, that's not disturbing at all. So she walked in, never left, and somehow he left with a suitcase. Yeah, there's those photos. Look at the eyebrows. Look at the eyebrows on the guy that's spray painting the camera, and look at him. It is a dead ringer. He has Oscar the Grouch eyebrows, and ain't no one mistaking that for anyone else. That is him. Here, I'll show you here. Look, there you go. Look, it's Oscar the Grouch eyebrows right there. And you see them on that CCTV photo too. Potter says, "Where in Spain? Madrid." The 4-year-old? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's him. I could ID him off eyebrows alone. I could. He doesn't have the crazy eyes. He doesn't have crazy eyes, but he's got crazy eyebrows. He really does. Queer eye for a straight guy would have a field day with him. He is very much Oscar the Grouch. He is. Oh, I did? 4-year-old. Yes. She is 4 years old and married and moving to Madrid. No, she's 40. Sorry. I probably half read it and then kept going. I don't know if he has shifty eyes, but he definitely has weird eyebrows. I will. I'm going to be the crazy eyes and eyebrow expert at trial. They'll call me. They'll say, "What do you think, Ping?" And I'll say, "He definitely doesn't have crazy eyes, but he has crazy eyebrows. It's definitely him in the CCTV." All right. Look, just one more time. I just want to hammer that point home. Look at that. There's no one else that could be. No one else has eyebrows like that. It is damning evidence. That's better than a smoking gun. Here, can we download that? I want to download that. I'm going to make that my my screensaver for my computer, so I always remember. No, I'm not going to do that, but oh, you are a pain in the ass, this program, I swear. It is a pain in the butt. Hold on. It always asks me to sign in after I've already signed in about 50 times, and I'm like, "Oi, I've already signed in." How many of you are going to watch Jake Paul and Mike Tyson tomorrow? They're going to fight on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, you'll be able to watch it. All right. Come on. I'll have to do it later. But anyway, there you go. I mean, that to me, that's very damning evidence. It really is. That's right. OTG. It's the most severe case of eyebrows you can have. People in glass houses. I may have crazy eyes, but I don't have crazy eyebrows. I don't. I got very, very pale eyebrows. I do not have the crazy eyebrows. It could be Brian Kohlberger. No, he has the crazy eyes. He really does. He has the classic, I look like I've been up smoking meth for 4 days and haven't slept. And he has that look all the time. You know, he really does. You're old and don't have any eyebrows? Well, sure. April says I have everything but Netflix. Yeah, they're fighting tomorrow. Tomorrow, 7 p.m., something like that. All right, there we go. I hope they find him. I hope no. I don't hope they find him. They've already found him. I hope they find him guilty, but I hope they find her. She's been missing for so long. It's ridiculous. Like no one has come across a body in anywhere around Madrid. Seems unlikely, but I guess so. Sounds awful. Yeah, you can get those tattoo eyebrows, Lisa. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember that. Hold on. Let's compare. No, I still think I still think David's are much worse. Much worse. Unless Brian Kohlberger's lover in jail fixed them before he went to court, I still think the other guy's is much more egregious. There we go. Dun dun dun. He does have the crazy eyes, though. I promise. He really does. Tyson will win. You guys will have to tell me what you think. So there you go. You can see your comparison. Thanks for that, Mr. Microphone. I sent myself the list of can-dos for the fight, as in rules. You can punch people in the face. You can punch people in the face, and if you punch people in the nuts, you'll get in trouble. And if you punch people in the back of the head, you'll get in trouble. If you clinch too long, you'll get in trouble. That's about it. That's about it for boxing. Just don't hit people below the belt. Don't hit people in the back of the head. and don't clinch for too long. You'll get in trouble. So, I think Jake Paul's like the world's biggest troll, but I think age might edge it here. I think the fact Jake Paul is so young, he may have the stamina to go the entire distance, as where Mike being almost 70. Is he 70? 68, right? Yeah, he might have some issues with stamina getting through more rounds. But I will say, I think Tyson is a chance for a knockout at any point. Like while he's fighting and while he has energy, he is a risk to knock your face off. He is one of the most brutal punchers ever in boxing, ever. He is just devastating with that right hand. And if it was going to go if Jake loses, he may get knocked out. He may get knocked out. He looks mad. Yeah, it's what happens when your boyfriend in prison does your eyebrows before court. It makes you look like very mad. Michael only needs one good one. Yeah, if he can get you, if he can connect, Jake Paul might be in trouble. No chewing ears. I'd say that's in the contract beforehand. I think that was a rule when he did it last time anyway. So yeah, that'll be on tomorrow night. All right, let's get out of this. All right, just one more time. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun. Crazy eyebrows. He's 58, not 68. Hey, that's still pretty old for a boxer. A lot of boxers retire before 40. So add on another 20 years. It's a hard fight. It's hard. I think George Foreman was like the oldest person to retain a title in boxing. And I don't think he was that old. I think he was 40 something maybe. And Tyson's got another decade on that. So we'll see. We'll see. You have to give him one thing, and that he's a good promoter and he knows how to get people talking. You may not like him in his, YouTube or whatever, but he's a good promoter of his events. You zoned out on the boxing talk. Sometimes that happens. It does. All right. We did that one. We did that one. We did that one. Okay. All right. Let's see what else I got on my list of stories. All right. Let's go to this. This one's a good one. If it'll load. Let's go here. Let's go to Fox 10 in Phoenix. Is it Justin Lum? I don't think it is, but it says here a Wisconsin father thought dead in kayak accident may have faked death, according to the sheriff. Here's a photo of him. His name is Ryan. They're saying he's from, the sheriff is from Green Lake County, and they believe a missing kayaker may have faked his own death. The 45-year-old man was reported missing this summer. Searches continued for more than a month and they didn't find him. Investigators believe the man may have also left the country. How would he left the country? That's really crazy, right? Actually, we cannot use that, but that's okay. They're saying Ryan was reported missing on August 12th, according to the sheriff's office. An early search in and around Green Lake located his kayak, life jacket, and fishing pole. His vehicle was at the boat launch. Searches continued for more than a month and didn't locate him. Now investigators have learned Ryan obtained a second passport, cleared his hard drives and browser history, changed his banking information on the day of his disappearance. He also took out a $375,000 life insurance policy and purchased an airline gift card. Due to these discoveries of new evidence, we were sure that Ryan was not in our lake. They're saying Ryan was said to be in contact with a woman from Uzbekistan, a country of roughly 36 million people in Central Asia. The sheriff's office is calling for Ryan to come home to his family. He will likely have to pay restitution for the hundreds of hours people searched for him when he went missing. So he's got a lover in Uzbekistan. I don't know how many people want to run away to there, but sure. I guess we all have dreams. Let me see what else I can find about Ryan Borgward. Is that how you say his name? Borgward. I don't know. We'll find out. I can't use anything from WLUK, the news station in Wisconsin. I can't use anything from them. They are the biggest jerks I've ever met in my life. The company that owns them is, hold on, who is the company that owns them? Sinclair Broadcasting. I have dealt with Sinclair Broadcasting before. They own a lot of different channels, but the people specifically who own WLUK, they are the people who copyright struck my channel and won't rescind it. They will not. They won't take it away. I reached out to their legal team. I said, look, the video isn't monetized and I'm willing to remove the offending video. I just want you to rescind the copyright strike. We have never had a copyright strike in 500 videos. 500. And I've used news sources from all over the world. Normally what they will say is maybe tomorrow or the day after they'll say, hey, we don't want you using that video. Can you please trim it out? And I do. Every time I trim it out so they don't feel like I'm being, whatever. I'm not infringing on their copyright or whatever. I always remove it every time I've done it. So if you ever go back and watch the old ones, you may see it jump. These guys, their legal team won't even talk to me about a resolution at all. I've tried to reach out. I reached out through their legal mailing address, everything. My only option is to accept the strike and run the risk of losing my entire channel if I get another one. That's it. That's the only option I have. So right now I've left it, but I really would like their team to reach out to me and just work out a resolution where I can get that copyright strike rescinded. Because yeah, it's affecting my channel and ridiculous. I'm telling you, 500 live streams I've done, over 4,000 hours or something of live streaming I've done with different news and crimes and whatever. And none of them have copyright struck. It's always, please just remove it for us. Even other companies from Sinclair, but just not these people. WLUK. It is. It'll disappear in January. It will, but it still counts on my total for the next 3 months. I'm just a bit annoyed about it. Hey, Yuda, how are you? Hey, Summer. They must. I sent them an appeal to their legal team, but they never got back to me, which is pretty rude. And I explained the reasons why I believe I should have it rescinded and what I'm willing to do for them. No, I even said I would link back to the original video, put a banner in the live stream, and then I would or I could remove it, whatever they wanted. No reply. So sorry, I didn't mean to go on that, but the only people that have a video of it are that particular channel, and I can't use it, so I can't show you. I'm sorry. I'm not willing to run the risk of getting into more trouble with them. But we might be able to go here if that goes away. This is WSYX. Who owns them? No, it's owned by Sinclair. I can't play it. I'm sorry. It says here, an Amber Alert for a 7-year-old girl ended up with the suspect. Wait, what's this? Okay, that's not what I wanted, but okay. That's not the story we're talking about. An Amber Alert for a 7-year-old girl ended with. Okay, apparently there was an Amber Alert for a 7-year-old girl, ended with the suspect, her non-custodial father, shot dead following a police pursuit and shooting on Interstates or I-71 near Medina in Ohio. What was his name? Ryan Alexander. Okay. 4 days ago. Don't know why it's showing me this particular story, but okay. Yeah, okay, let's read it. They're saying Alexander was armed and negotiations were attempted. However, a shooting happened, resulting in officers firing at Alexander. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The girl was safely recovered and returned to her family without any injuries. Police said no officers were injured in the incident. The Medina County Sheriff's Office and the Bureau of Criminal Investigation are investigating the incident. She was a 7-year-old girl taken by her non-custodial father in Jefferson County. According to the alert, Charles Alexander, 43, took the 7-year-old Oakland Alexander after an altercation at her family member's home. And then he ended up dying. There's a photo of him. He ended up dying in a shootout with police over it. Pretty brutal. Non-custodial, yeah. Oh, Core TV had a whole thing on it? I had no idea. Yeah, hold on. I need a drink. 1 second. This particular guy, this idiot has a cabinet makers in Watertown. His wife has a lovely, lovely Pinterest. She is obviously an interested and enthusiastic teacher, mother, and wife. How very sad. I'm glad the little girl survived. Ah, the kayaker. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to jump between stories. I meant to click a link that was going to give us more information on the kayaker, and it took us to an Amber Alert. Why? I don't know. But there you go. If you didn't see that a couple of days ago, Charles Alexander was shot after he took his 7-year-old daughter who he did not have custody over. That is very sad. Let's see, WLWT. Actually, I can show you this one.
Alert by abducting his daughter, killed after a police chase, and an Ohio man who prompted an Amber Alert by abducting his daughter, killed after a police chase and a shooting. His 7-year-old daughter was missing for more than 5 hours before police tracked them down. 43-year-old Charles Alexander did not have custody of his daughter, but took her from a family member's home yesterday afternoon. At one point, the pair transitioned from his pickup truck to a U-Haul, and police found them more than 100 miles away. Officers say Alexander was armed, shots were exchanged, and he was killed.
I just can't stress enough that decision by the trooper, the courage, the professionalism. None of us, no one up here, no one in this room ever wants to be in that position.
I agree with the police. They never want to have to be in that position where they have to shoot someone. Muffin, come on, move away, buddy. There we go. Yeah. So there we go. Oh, the kayaki, the wife. Oh, okay. He had 2 children. Had a cabinet maker's business in Watertown. It's very sad. I don't know why he'd run away to Uzbekistan. I don't know. Maybe he is a mail order husband. Maybe they're ordering husbands from the US like the US has done with Russia for 40 years. Maybe that's what's happening. Girlfriend. Yeah, I know. All right. I really wanted to know more about the kayaker. What was his name? Hold on. Let's get rid of grouchy eyebrows. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of Koberger. Where is our kayaker? All right, hold on. Nope, that's not it. All right, let's head to ABC News and see what they have to say. Officials believe a missing kayaker likely faked his death and fled the country. I want to see how they pronounce his name. Hold on.
Green Lake, Wisconsin, in the middle of August, sheriff's deputies began searching for missing kayaker Ryan Borgward. The husband and father of 3 had been on a fishing trip about an hour north of his home and never returned. They found his capsized kayak, car, and other belongings, his set of keys, wallet, license, even his fishing rod and tackle box turned up, but no Borgward.
We continued our search throughout, and it continued through 54 days.
Keith Cormacan is a diver for the nonprofit organization Bruce's Legacy. They assist in recovery operations for drowning accidents.
I had been on the water for actually 23 days. I had about probably 8 to 10 days of just reviewing the data.
Local and state authorities, along with volunteers, also helped in the search using high-end sonar equipment, drones, even cadaver dogs. But Borgward's body never turned up. So the Green Lake County Sheriff's Department pursued a different theory. Borgward faked his own death and fled the U.S. Sheriff Mark Podol says a digital forensic search of Borgward's laptop revealed that he replaced the hard drive and cleared his browser history on the day of the disappearance. And there's more. Investigators found that the 44-year-old moved funds to a foreign bank, changed his email, communicated with a woman in Uzbekistan, purchased airline cards, and took out a $375,000 life insurance policy in January.
He's not as clever as he tried to be. Nah, me and my grouchy eyebrows are staying here. Why not get a divorce? I think like 90% of our stories that we read about, if you just told people, if those people just got a divorce, half of the murders wouldn't happen. It does. It does. What is his name? Ryan Borgward or something. Yeah, no, I just faked my death and moved to Uzbekistan. Yeah, I mean, wasting the resources like that. What if there was a kid missing in another lake, or another man who had not come back from swimming or whatever, and they were like, nah, we're looking for this guy. He was the first one to go missing. We're gonna keep looking for him. We'll look for these other people later. And those people missed out on assistance because of his very selfish plan to fake his own death. If you're going to fake your own death, at least make sure you're not going to waste like $80,000 of, time from the police station and, searches. Yeah, he's not very clever. Not as clever as he thinks he is.
The sheriff's office says deputies later discovered that Canadian officials ran Borgward's passport the day after he was reported missing.
Due to these discoveries of the new evidence, we were sure that Ryan was not in our lake.
Podol says they don't know who the woman in Uzbekistan is, but they believe Borgward is likely in Eastern Europe. His department is also investigating if any crimes were committed and if anyone assisted. No charges have been filed. In the meantime, Podol has a message for Borgward.
Get a hold of us. Get a hold of us and let us know that you're okay. People forgive, but it's important that we get him back here.
Whitney Wild, CNN.
Doesn't that seem like very much Like, that's when, like, little kids run away and they're like, "Please contact us. You're not in any trouble. Mom and dad just wanna know that you're okay. If you come home, you'll be in no trouble. Everything can be forgiven, but you just need to tell us and come home." It seems like that's exactly what the sheriff was doing. He's like, "If he does come back, we're gonna charge him. We're gonna, like, bill him, like, $140,000." Yeah, he was, "You're not in any trouble. Mom and dad love you very much. You know, everything can be forgiven. Just come home." The shadow on his head, yeah. Maybe someone was posing online as a woman and then abducted him in Uzbekistan. Maybe. He wasted taxpayers' money to look for him. Exactly. It's gonna be a lot of money if he comes back. I don't know how much those search teams, cost, but I know they're not cheap. I'm sure it's tens of thousands of, you know, at least a third of that life insurance policy, at least. So, I just have a funny feeling he ain't coming back unless they find him dead or he runs out of money in Europe. That's what Ping thinks. He's not gonna come back until one of those 2 things happen. Uh, yep. The Bruce people worked for free. I don't know who Bruce is, but sure. Don't look for me. Alright, I won't. Rachel says lots of money for that search and he should pay for it. He should. He left her with nothing. Yeah, that's not very nice, especially when they've got children. Um, yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't think. Well, they got no jurisdiction in wherever Uzbekistan, Eastern Europe, whatever the East Bloc, wherever he is. These particular police, have no jurisdiction. They can't do anything. They would have to get like Homeland Security, the FBI, the CIA. I don't know, the marshal's office, someone involved that can cross international borders. These guys can't. So I would you would have to get them involved. Yeah, she can sell his workshop and maybe make some money back. It's not very nice. Not very nice to do that to your wife who's raised your children and leave her with nothing while you go party in Eastern Europe. It's pretty rude. All right, have fun. I don't know where you're going. Are you off to burn more pizza, maybe? Is that what you're doing on a Friday night? You and Sean go burn another pizza? Angela says, I hope he was catfished. Yeah, when he gets there, it's like a 6'8" overweight Uzbekistanian with a beard. And he's like, yes, yes, I am Vanessa. Please come this way. Please, we make life together. Lisa says, I'm going to fake my own death and go hang out with my boyfriend, Boris. I think he's dead. You mean Boris Yeltsin? I think he died. I don't think he's alive. You may be getting catfished. You may end up on an episode of MTV. Gayla says, enjoy. Yeah, enjoy. Enjoy. All right. All right. Let's see what else. I think I got one more. Wait, what? Yeah, one more. We're going to do tomorrow night on our bonus show. We're going to talk about the Titan submarine and what has happened in the last 12 months. What do we know? Do we know more things? Do we know anything else about how it went kaboom? Anything like that? So we're going to talk about the Titan submarine tomorrow night. Let me see. Uh-huh. Yeah, a story that we were supposed to do yesterday. Yeah.
And we begin Fox 5 News at 5 o'clock with breaking news. I'm John Huck.
And I'm Jacqueline Schultz. Just in the last hour, Fox 5 is learning new details about a body found inside a freezer at an East Valley mobile home.
Fox 5's Victoria Saha went into the neighborhood last week. She shares what we just learned from Metro's arrest report. Victoria.
So this arrest report summarizes a lot of what we already knew when we were out in that neighborhood near Nellis and Vegas Valley. But what I found reading through this is that Daniel Roosh says they came home and found Monique Gilbertson overdosed, and that is when they placed her body in the freezer. The arrest report says Gilbertson picked up Roush at a Home Depot about a month ago and offered Roush a place to stay while doing some housework. Roush would also pay rent, but Gilbertson would often get upset. Her stuff would go missing, eventually kicking Roush out. The arrest report says Gilbertson was trying to get rid of Roush's things and was last seen October 22nd. Less than 2 weeks later, the leasing office called police for the welfare check. That's when police found Roush and their wife in the house. Gilbertson's body was found in a locked freezer.
We actually read about this story when it happened. When they found the body in the freezer, it was just a small news article just saying that they had found a body. And we read it out on the Late Show. And then I heard nothing about it until today. And yeah, freezers. This year, many bodies in the US have been found in freezers. We had the girl who's been missing since like 07, 2007. And then we had this one, and there's been a few others. It's been pretty bonkers. I don't know what, if it's a they, them, or banana. No idea. Probably. That sub was a cult? It was. I believe he brainwashed people with the delusions of grandeur and got them really excited about being, hey, you can be the first ones to be the 80th ones to go to the Titanic, but in this very experimental submarine that, you know, you have to sign a waiver saying you won't sue us if it goes kaboom. Here we go. So let's watch the rest of this. Hold on.
According to these documents, Roush's wife has not been arrested. The coroner also has not released Gilbertson's cause of death. Neighbors had told me that Gilbertson lived alone and had some money, but was always too open about her life to strangers. Roush is in jail and is back in court tomorrow. Back to you.
So it says here, the LV MPD identified the victim as Monique Gilbertson, and she was the owner of the mobile home. Police say they received a call on November 6th from the management office concerning about a homeowner within the community. Hold on, guys. Sorry, Muffin was like climbing stuff. Muff, come here. Muff. Muff. No, he doesn't want to sit on my lap today. They're saying here, yeah, that the office manager explained to police that she had developed a relationship with Gilbertson in recent months. The manager grew concerned after days of not hearing from her. Officers conducting the welfare check said they knocked on the door for 45 minutes before Daniel Roosh, or whatever his name is, who goes by Jaslyn, answered the door and spoke to police. According to the arrest report, they explained that they had met Gilbertson at Home Depot. Gilbertson then reportedly offered them a place to stay in exchange for handiwork around the home. They also explained a claim to have paid Gilbertson a portion of rent while living there. They also told police that Gilbertson was taking pain pills. They say Monique enjoyed her Kahlua drinks and took pain pills, but Jaslyn didn't know what else Monique took because they didn't party together. Jaslyn explained that they had been using meth, but explained Gilbertson preferred opiates and cocaine. Court documents revealed that Gilbertson believed that Jaslyn was stealing from her and attempted to evict them. According to the report, police received conflicting stories from Jaslyn regarding where Gilbertson was found dead in the home. In one instance, they told police drugs are on the table, and Gilbertson's stiff body was found near the table with her head back, then moments later contradicted the original claim and said Gilbertson was found in a wooden chair in a bird room. A bird room? Okay. Jaslyn told police that they did not call 911 immediately because they did not know what to do. I put her in the icebox because I didn't know what to do. Yes, that's what we all go to when someone dies in our home. We go, empty the chest freezer and I'll put them in there. That is the safest place for them. And I'm actually doing them a favor by cooling them down, you know, stopping decomp so their family can have an open casket. I am doing the Lord's work right now. That is what we all think, right? No? Just that person? Okay. They say official documents revealed the suspect's wife, Gina Lopez. Gina Lopez? Okay. They initially told police she was unaware of Gilbertson's body being placed in the freezer. Sure you were. Days later, in another interview with police, Lopez admitted to helping Jaslyn purchase laced coke and fentanyl. Gilbertson overdosed on the laced drugs apparently Jaslyn gave her, according to the report. Lopez also confessed that she knew the body was in the freezer for at least 4 days. They're saying Jaslyn is set to appear in court on November 13, which was like 2 days ago. So, sure. But there you go. That poor woman, someone just wormed their way into her life, took advantage of her, and then killed her on purpose to take what she had. That's what happened there. Definitely grifters, 100%. You're gonna have to call the lizard police. You're gonna have to call lizard 911. Yeah, I don't believe anything they have to say either. I think they're full of crap. Yeah, you're gonna need a amphibian or a reptilian attorney. Either one works in a court of lizard law. April says, just a lot of cases involving freezers lately. I know, right? We've had a lot of them. You guys. All right. Hey, that's it for tonight. That's it. But tomorrow night, we have, because everyone was so nice and they got us basically to the super chat target, the little new feature in the chat. We're going to do a extra long show tomorrow night, and we're going to be on for about 3 hours. So should be a fun show, double length bonus show for everyone. Kathy Lynch says, remember the guy who kept a body in a freezer in a box truck and had it plugged into his mother's house? I sort of remember that. Sort of. By the way, StreamYard is indeed fixed. We got an email about it today. I have to upload some stuff and get it fixed, but I will. Good news, we don't have to spend 10 minutes flipping it between the 2 different channels each night. Was in Texas, he came from California. I read so many cases, they all sort of blur together. I'll have to look it up after we get out of here. Yes, tomorrow night extended show. By the way, if you also want to enter the raffle, the links are under the video in the description. You can do that, and we're drawing that in December. So if you want to be a part of that, read the instructions underneath the video, and I'll put your name in the hat. Get plenty of liquid for later. I will. Potter says, me too. I used to remember well. Yeah, I don't remember anything anymore. I keep I can't remember the cases we talked about last week. You'd have to remind me. Yeah, I will try and drink more fluids, especially with that lung issue. All right. Oh, okay. Have fun. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat. I haven't eaten yet today at all. I have to go do that. I will see you tomorrow night. Thank you for tuning into the late show. I will see you tomorrow. Yes, free the lizard. Free the lizard. Oh, she did? Oh yeah, we said, didn't we? Oh, thank you to Sienna and Lisa for gifting memberships to people. I don't know who they went to, but that is very kind. We get 7 memberships given away tonight between me and Lisa and Sienna. Very kind for both of them. Top secret to you. Good night. Good night. Thanks for being here. Bye. 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 I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Yeah, try free the lizard. Free the lizard. All right. Good night. See you later. Bon voyage or something. Bye.